Hey everyone, my name is Aaron. I've been on the crisis lines for 3.5 years with Distress Center in Calgary, and I make a lot of safety plans with callers and texters of our service. So, for me, because I see it's a valuable tool to have and to know in general, I'm here to talk about safety planning. So, when you're having thoughts of suicide and self harm, a safety plan is a personalized step by step tool that help you cope so that initial states of distress can pass enough just for you to get further help. The goal of a safety plan is not to eliminate your suicide or self-harm thoughts, but it's more of like a coping tool for you to get through the immediate crisis to get further support. So you have 6 steps of a safety plan where we go through it step by step. So that first step that we have are warning signs. So when you think about your thoughts of suicide and self-harm, what are some warning signs that you notice? This can be things that you're feeling emotionally, physically, things in the environment, particular situations, even time of day. Those are some of the warning signs as some examples. The next step is internal coping strategies. So these are things that you do on your own to help manage stress and to distract yourself. So there's a lot that you can kind of put under this section, but some key things that I usually recommend are like music, movies, being with your pet, exercising, kind of a whole lot of things that can fit your context. So if your internal coping strategies are not working, the next step that we have is social strategies. So this is where we have people and places that we can distract ourselves with. Something to note is that this is where we do not disclose our thoughts of suicide or self-harm, but really it is kind of being around people or places to help keep ourselves distracted. This can be connecting with our families and friends. This can also be going to like a park, just like a lot of different places where there's a lot of people. And it's important to make sure that what you write down in your safety plan is as specific as possible so that when you're in distress, the plan is as easy as possible to follow. So make sure you write their names, contact info, social media handles, addresses of specific places, things like that. So if that step of social strategies is not working, the next step that we have is support people. So this is where you have someone that you trust in your life to disclose your thoughts of suicide and self-harm with, and they're able to support you during this time. Again, for this step, make sure you list their name and contact info. And also it's helpful to make sure that they know ahead of time that of your situation and that they know about your safety plan as well. So if your support person isn't available or if you need some additional support, that's where you go to the next step of professionals or agencies that we can connect with during this time of crisis. So some examples can be Distress Center, your counselor, or even 988. So the last step and the most important step as well is to restrict access to lethal means or to prevent yourself from accessing anything that you could harm yourself with. So some examples of how this could look like is to put sticky notes in key places so that reminds you that you have a safety plan. There is also like locking medications in cabinets and also safely storing your firearms. So that was the final step of the safety plan. And some final thoughts that I have is that we need to make sure that your safety plan fits your context and it can be adjusted at any time because our life is ever changing. It's also important to have it be accessible, so that it can be having a paper copy or even having a digital copy on your phone's notes app. And if you or someone you know feels that it can benefit from safety planning, you can visit our website or give us a call and a responder will be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.